Hi Cancer, and welcome to your Lovescope for May 1st through May 15th, 2019. I do apologize that these are out a little bit late. I was working on final revisions and corrections to my deck. Just sent those off, and hopefully they will be back in a week, and then the decks will be good to go. So for those of you who have been interested, I am almost there. All right, Cancer, so let's see what is on the menu. Wow, in regards to love and romance. We had two fly out, and they came out with a vengeance, so let's see. Okay, we have ego consciousness, so somebody feeling very controlling and kind of strutting around, Cancer. That could be who you're dealing with, somebody new coming into your world, or maybe that's you. I mean, this is general. Building dreams together. And heartfelt message or gesture. Okay, so Cancer, I feel somebody, for some of you, is really in peacock mode. Like, let me strut around, let me fluff up my feathers, let me really impress you, is what I feel this is about, more than somebody being a jerk or selfish or in control, just because of the cards that follow. Okay, so either you are really trying to impress somebody, trying to court them, trying to woo them, or somebody's really trying to court you and woo you. So even if you are in an existing relationship, I feel there's just loves in the air. I don't know what it is these first 2 weeks of May, but some of you might be surprised by your partners just kind of really stepping it up and saying, hey, maybe we should go on this vacation, or let's go do this, or just giving you little tokens of affections, like a little love letter, packing your lunch, a rose, you know, just small little romantic gestures like that. I definitely see that, where somebody is wanting to impress. For sure, Cancer, whether that's you or somebody trying to come into your world or your current partner. All right, so let's pull some more cards. And you know, honestly, also with that, I get the sense that even though they're really in the pursuit, they're trying to act like they're not as interested as they really are. All right, Cancer, let's see. Okay, so we have ignored. So for some of you, this is somebody trying to kiss and make up for what they did, and feelings ignited. And man, for others of you, this is just somebody where they are on fire for you. Like, something has happened, their feelings are ignited, they've noticed you, or you've just been dating, and now all of a sudden we're falling in love, sparks are flying. Okay, some of you, I feel, that have been in these relationships and you may have felt like your partner was ignoring you, or, you know, just things were a little stagnant. Again, I see the energy shifting and picking up, where romance is coming in, little sweet surprises, little gestures, heartfelt messages, you know, and where we felt ignored, that's shifting, that's changing, because feelings are really being ignited within somebody, maybe even within both, and we might be trying to ignore these feelings, some of you. Okay, so let's pull some more cards. Okay, man, the Illuminaries, I swear, you guys are my fourth read, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and now you have all received this card. Like I said, it is, I don't know what it is these 2 weeks, if it's Saturn and Pluto retro, but love is in the air, destiny is at hand, the northern star, like all signs leading to where you need to be romantically, and that's coming through in your guys' reading as well. First card out, so strongest so far for all the signs, but Cancer, this is exactly what I've said here, where somebody's really like, oh my God, you're my one, I'm going to do whatever it takes, let me impress you, let me take you out, let me court you, let me do all these sweet little things for you. And again, those of you in existing connections, somebody's just kind of waking up and feelings ignited out of nowhere, it might seem. Exciting or sensual rendezvous. Cancer, any sort of new energy coming in, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to have fun. Like, I don't see this as dull, boring at all. It's like exciting and let's go here, let's do this, let's have really hot relations. Karmic soul contracts and lessons. Interesting. The shadow is showing up, but this again could be what we're overcoming. Somebody could have previously been with a karmic that's ended, and now here they are coming in pursuing you hot and heavy, Cancer. Or you could have just ended a karmic and now you are in the pursuit of a new interest, a new person, okay? Blinded projection restrictions. And, you know, with these two coming together, it may have felt like you were never going to get past this person, overcome this issue within the relationship, or maybe that person with the karmic, you thought, no, they're never going to break up, and all of a sudden, boom, here it is, the incompatibility, struggle, withering. Yep. You know what, Cancer? What I see, this lineup right here is what's karmic is now fading away, so the real thing can come in. So because this is general, you may have thought a certain person was your one, but now you're realizing they're karmic. If that's the case, don't freak out. It's because Spirit's trying to bring in the real one for sure, because we have habit, routine, ungrateful. Yeah. And those of you in existing connections, I really feel that you are kind of at the end of your rope. If this person has been just really neglectful, really egotistical, just not invested, not seeming interested, and now all of a sudden it's like boom, they're stepping it up, they're doing these sweet things, there's romantic gestures, there's some of you are going to start planning some trips, whether long trips or just like a long weekend type of thing, okay? Others of you, I feel there's somebody resurfacing back into your life that has previously ignored you, and the reason why is because they were involved with the karmic, okay? And I feel that situation has played itself out, and now they're realizing, hey, this karmic, this is not where I belong, this is boring, this is stagnation, there's no compatibility here. I really belong with Cancer. That's where I'm excited. That's where I'm invigorated. That's what feels like home to me. Okay, so let's pull some more cards here. Wow, your cards are just a jumping, Cancer. What is this one? Ooh, we had, look at that. Soul consciousness jumping out under the luminaries. Soulmate. Past life connection for sure. All right, cut right there. Other influences. I would say that's talking about the karmic. Deep regret about the karmic. But that was a lesson, okay, that somebody had to go through at a soul level. There was a contract. Lessons learned. That's very powerful. We like to see that. Especially when somebody's trying to come back into your world, right? You want to know, like, that they have done the work and they have figured it out and they're not the same old true self. This is under withering. This goes back to the incompatibility with the karmic, where I can't be myself there. Cancer is where I feel like home. And lastly, sacred love. Yes. So listen, Cancer, those of you in existing connections, a lot of the friction, the neglect, whatever was going on here had to do with karmic contracts that other person had to fulfill. Or if you feel more on the side of you're the one waking up. It's you had karmic contracts to fulfill, and there is a deep sense of remorse about how things were handled and done and said, okay? Because I get the sense for some Cancers out there, this was somebody you were dating, or this is like maybe somebody who was you were just kind of liking, maybe like a misconnection. They were talking to you, and then boom, all of a sudden gone. And why they were boom gone is because somebody else showed up in their world. They thought it was like, oh, this freaking, you know, perfect person, and they got really burned, okay? It was not what they thought it was, and they're realizing that, and that's why there's a lot of deep regret here. It's not what they thought it was. The grass was not greener by any stretch of the imagination, and at the end of the day, you are the one with the soul connection. You are the place that feels like home. You are the one that understands them and gets them, okay? And they have ignored, but now they're waking up to the fact that they screwed up and screwed up big time, and they want to do what they need to do to make it right. So this is somebody on the other side of you, Cancer, or this is you, and this is how you're beginning to feel about, you know, maybe somebody that you didn't handle as well as you wish that you could have. Other Cancers out there, kind of the same thing. I just feel there's somebody really trying to get your attention, trying to woo you, impress you, get you out, get into your world. And I don't know, you might be a little hesitant or resistant to it, but there's definitely interest in Cancer over these next 2 weeks, romantically. Some of you, this is, and I don't even know if we're like, if you were ever completely separated from this person. I mean, some of you could have been for sure, where you stopped talking, you know, they went off with the karmic. But for others of you, I feel like you have been in communication or contact with this person somehow, some way, over the course of time, and that's why they can't stay away from you. This right here, Cancer, you are what feels like home, okay? You guys have a connection at the soul, and you can't get away from that. And there's an element of you know, sacred love that exists, that exists between you. Or if this is something newer, this is where it's headed, into this place of sacred love. And like I said, Cancer, somebody's really trying to make it right, do the right thing, impress you, woo you, take you out. And, you know, with true self here, listen, the one who screwed up, they recognize it. But they might not be so quick to fully own it to you. Meaning, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, I screwed up. But to the full capacity that they recognize, I don't know that they'll share that, because they're afraid that that would screw up the reconnection or screw up any chance with you. Like, if they truly expressed everything, like, you would tell them where they could go. And it's not like, it's malicious, okay? It's like, there are some things you just don't need to know, because at this point in time, they know they screwed up, they have learned, and they are all in 100%, and you are truly what they want and what they desire, Cancer. So you have to decide for yourself if that's good enough or it's not. Those of you in existing connections, again, somebody really trying to pick it up, step it up, because they're recognizing the true value of you, whereas in the past, maybe not so much. And some of you are going to go on a fun vacation, or you're planning it. You're starting to plan it these first 2 weeks of May. So those are your messages, Cancer. I am wishing you guys all the very best. Take care.